Well, what is visual music all about? I've had a couple people ask me about that. Visual music to me is all about listening to a particular piece of music and bringing it to life visually. That's all it is. It's the rhythm and melody of any particular piece of music. And that rhythm and melody I take and I viscerally and intuitively paint it. And I use marks, all of this to make it come alive. So this is 6 years worth of visual music. So what type of music do I do? Well, I don't go with genres. I go with what connects with me. I can go with a piece, the big piece down there is by Melissa Manchester, did that for a piece that was written by Marvin Hamlish for a movie some time ago. Then I got 50 Cent, that's hip hop. Then I have Happy by Pharrell. I have jazz, all right? I have jazz, which is this piece right here. I have classical. I have a crossover artist by the name of Andrea Bocelli that I'm getting ready to start a painting on. He's a classical trained singer who's crossed over to pop and doing both. So what I'm doing is trying to make anything that captures me. And that's the key to me. It has to be something that connects with me and takes me to another world. How did all of this start? Well, we go back 6 years ago. 6 years ago when I was at Micheal, impressive school, and I was in my senior thesis. And I was brooding a little bit simply because my academic grades were better than my studio grades. And you know, artists hang their hats on their art talent. So I was in the honors, but I wanted to do something to really bring that up. And so what I did is I had prepared all these drawings for my South African professor. She was very talented. Showed them to her, and she said, "Michael, these are really good, but can you put them aside?" Now, I thought that was strange. Why would she want me to put them aside? She wanted me to take out some large pieces of paper, and she wanted me to draw. She said, "Just draw." She said, "By the way, do you listen to music?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, pick a piece of music." Well, the piece of music that I chose was a piece of music that I've been enamored with since I was a child. It was a protest song from the Haight-Ashbury that was given to this particular artist, and they told him not to do it. He did everything. He made innovative arrangements. It's more of a story than it is lyrics. He talked about the human condition, ecology. He also put it through the prism of his Christian faith in God. He wanted to save the children. He wanted to save the babies. And the name of that artist was Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, he started it, and when he started that, and everybody, I can see everybody knows that song. That's part of that album, Mercy, Mercy Me. And what he did is that he changed the landscape of innovative art within the performing arts and singing. Well, what I did with that is I took that album, and this is an album that's been with me since I'm 19 years old. I started drawing, and I drew for 7 hours. I didn't stop for 7 hours. I was pushing and pulling and rubbing. Oh, I was doing everything crazy with it. And when I finished, half of the school was behind me looking at it. And they said, "That's who you are, Michael. That's who you should be." And from that day on, I've been doing visual music and working intuitively. No plans, because the artists have a tendency to overplan. So no plans, I just do it. And whatever comes out of me, comes out of me. So you will see a piece back there called Breaking Aftermath. It's after 50 Cent's piece in the club. I remember, some of you gentlemen might remember when you used to go to the clubs. And some of you ladies might remember it too, okay? So we all have a history in life, and all I'm doing is interpreting what I hear. Where do I hear this music? I may hear it going down the street. I may hear it in my car. I may hear it in a commercial. I heard Happy for the first time in a commercial. I heard Justin Timberlake and Michael Jackson in the commercial first. So there's piece, every piece in here has a story of music behind it. And I listen to it continuously until I get it. Now this piece back here, this is a jazz piece. This was did by, this was the Clayton Hamilton Jazz Orchestra. The Clayton Hamilton Jazz Orchestra, I heard it first time on PBS. And when I heard it on PBS, I went and found it on YouTube, I downloaded it. And I did it, 2 pieces from it. The 2 pieces I did from it was this piece here and the piece that you see on that card. They both come from the Clayton Hamilton Jazz Festival. And this piece was the latest piece I did before this show. And all it is that I'm listening to this music and for about 15 hours. And then the painting comes out of me. I'm just an instrument of this. I'm just an instrument and I just put it there. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is what my visual music is.